Today we're going to talk about one of the vital parts of business advisory services, and that's the SME Needs Analysis. This is a document that was originally prepared by Andrew Geddes, former Managing Director of FMRC and then Smith Inc. And with Andrew's permission a few years ago, we made some significant changes to that document so that we have the document which we're currently using. And what this is a discussion on a whole range of issues that we suggest that you hand to your client so your client can go through and make some notes as to their thoughts on particular issues that have been raised. So the document starts in the first instance with a review of current performance. And it's really asking the client, are they satisfied with their current performance? It's asking them what they think their business is worth. And then you can look at what the client thinks their business is worth and decide whether you should be offering a business valuation as part of the process, which I think you should be in any case. Because invariably a client will say they think their business is worth $2.5 million, and when you do your exercise you find it's only worth $1.5 million. But then there's a great opportunity for you to sell a service to your client that over the next 3 to 4 years you will assist in helping to bridge the gap between your value and the client's value by introducing sounder management controls and strategies, budgets, cash flow forecasts, management training within the business. But then the SME Needs Analysis works its way into taxation planning. Now, it never ceases to amaze me in the various surveys that are undertaken by MYOB, CCH, that when SMEs are asked what services they'd like to receive, they seem to mention taxation planning. If accountants are so fixed on supplying taxation type services to SMEs, why do clients say that they want more advice in taxation planning? Or is this the client's code for saying it's business planning and strategic planning and cash flow forecasts that they're really looking for, but they're calling it taxation planning? Because perhaps at this stage, that's the only sort of discussions they have with most of their accountants. And then we're going to take you through the new areas like wealth creation, risk management. Have you thought about what risks your clients have got through the Personal Property Securities Act and the Personal Property Securities Register? I think this legislation is some of the worst legislation ever introduced into Australia on its effect on the business community when there was no realistic training program offered by the federal government of the day, and indeed not continued or implemented by the current federal government. Over $40 million has been lost by SMEs and larger businesses through non-adherence to requirements under that legislation. Isn't this something you should be talking about? I think it's one of the most important issues that accountants should be considering when looking at the SME Needs Analysis. And then you're going to move through into succession planning and business improvement, government grants. Are clients dissatisfied because they're not receiving government grants? Are they a wee bit upset because they hear that one of their competitors has received a government grant and they knew nothing about it? This is a very important area because this will open up, I believe, a whole range of business opportunities for you and will allow you to deliver services to your clients that if you don't, sooner or later, someone else will convince your client that they can do so.